started Googling her to find out if she was who she said she was. So yeah, it wasn't pretty for a while there when they were contacting me, because I didn't know whether they were who they were said they was or not. So
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it's not every day that ABC News calls. You're just probably like, this isn't ABC, and what do they want from me?
yeah, what do they want from me? And then when they told me what they wanted, I'm going, oh man, I don't know if I want my story out so everybody can say, sure, she's stupid.
Oh no, I think people, and Penny, have you heard from any of the other victims? Anybody reached out to you just even privately and said, "Hey, me too. I've been scammed, and I can't believe it."
No, I did come across a video that a gal in Wichita who had been scammed by them. She lost a little bit, about the same amount that I did. But they did her just a little bit different. But that's the only other person that I know of. ABC had told me that there was an older gentleman, I think in New York, and they took him for over $70,000, and he was too embarrassed. He wouldn't be interviewed.
I mean, yeah.
Go ahead, David. No,
I was going to say, like, is her getting sentenced, is that any type of closure for you, or not necessarily? You want the restitution, and I mean, that will be closed, or do you have closure? Or will you never have closure?
I don't know. I don't know that I ever have complete closure, because it's always going to be in the back of my mind. You know, people are cruel. There's ulterior motives on a lot of these people, and you got to figure out if they're true blue or if they've got ulterior motives. And I always thought that I was a good judge of character. And so that makes me question, my whole question everything. And I think, it leaves such a deep impact that I don't think you'll ever get over it. Even if there is restitution, which I would venture to say that that's not going to happen. But I guess you can always hope. I'll be ecstatic if I get anything off of it.
Right. And not trusting people as a byproduct of Jen Shah and this. Yeah, that's something you probably don't get over.
Nope.
Penny, you're very humble and I know you and your husband are doing okay. But I know a lot of people listening to us, David's fans and mine, will probably reach out to us and say, "Hey, can we help Penny?" You do have an Etsy store, right? I mean, you sell your quilts now there. I mean, we want you to blow up we want you to promote anywhere people can buy and support you.
Yes, I do have an Etsy store. It's you should be able to find it if you look for Penny Pucket, and Pucket is spelled with one T. And it's baby blankets. Actually, they're car seat blankets. That you can, it's even got the legs that you can put the baby's legs in, and you can strap them into their car seat, strollers, whatever.
So cute. I want to go look. I have a 22-month-old.
You need one, Sarah.
I know.
I even have toddler sized ones. So I've got 3 different sizes. And I even have it set up to where if they want a special order, that they can, if they want giraffes or whatever, that they can order and specify, I want a giraffe print. And then I usually message them back with different giraffe samples, or, of fabric that I can get, and let them choose which one they would like. I have one gal in Texas that she's actually done 2 orders, and she wanted to know if I would make them out of terry cloth.
Oh.
And they go to the beach and the swimming a lot, and so her little one just loves it because they can snuggle up in that terry cloth and be nice and warm out of the swimming pool or out of the lake, out of the.
We can share the link too when this comes out. We can put a link to your store so people could easily click on
Yes.
it and order. A lot of going to jail, like I said, is like restitution and like, like if Jen Shah just one day reached out to you to apologize, to say, I'm sorry, what would you say? And would you embrace that?
I don't know what I would do. I would probably listen to her, but I would probably question, are you sure you're who you say you are? I mean, not everybody that's in the limelight like that's going to call and talk to an ordinary Joe like me, I don't know. That's how I would be shocked if she did. I would be, yeah, you probably passed out on the floor. No.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a turn of events for sure. I mean, I don't think anybody anticipates that. But to David's point, 6.5 years, year 2, you may get a letter. You never know.
I'm not anticipating it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just hopeful that, you would come out and something. And I really wonder, I really don't know either what happens now with the restitution, just from like, when does that start? Someone's gotta, that's part of the punishment. So someone's got to be monitoring this at some point.
Well, like I said, she doesn't need that big, huge house.
Right.
She should have to liquidate it. Downsize. For 6.5 years, she's not going to live in it anyway.
Right. And there's cars and, we found out a lot of the clothes are fake, but there's still a lot there that could be gotten rid of. I would agree.
There's no reason why she has to wait 6.5 years to start paying those people back when she's got all of those assets that could be liquidated to start that process.
And like you said, a lot of people did lose their houses, and, not to compare who's the worst off from this woman, but it's people really, you guys had to move and.
Yeah, a lot.
Is there anything you want to say to Jen Shah? Like right now, if she's listening, what would you say to her?
I would probably ask her, what were you thinking? Didn't you realize you were going to hurt these people? That you were going to impact their livelihood at some point? Because they didn't have that money to throw away. They were looking to make some money, not throw it away.
Huh. What else do you have, Sarah?
Penny, I'm in awe of you. I think you're so brave. And I really feel like you're such a kind woman. I don't